And what is so galling here is the president successfully escaped any kind of justice from the Justice Department 4 years after the fact. So in 4 years, the department could not bring him to trial. Now, not all on the department, big piece of it on the department for waiting so long, big piece of it on the Supreme Court for this horrendous immunity judgment. But here, the only kind of accountability left the Justice Department can provide is the public disclosure of his misdeeds. And they need to persevere with this.
I appreciate the elegance of your saying the Justice Department, not Merrick Garland, because Merrick Garland had a lot of decision-making power. And it does seem that when the January 6th committee delivered on a silver platter what should have been an indictment, he went around it with Jack Smith. That proved to be the opening that Aileen Cannon needed. So now there are other openings, at least theoretically. Do you see a scenario where Democrats simply release the report yourselves?
Well, I think that under the precedent, it would only be shared with the chair and ranking member of the Judiciary Committee. And by shared, I don't know whether that's read and retain or what process that is. But I think the most likely scenario in terms of this new Trump Justice Department is they're going to want to make that case go away.
Sure.
Not only to reward people that might have been part of the plot to obstruct justice, in the case of that DOJ investigation into those classified documents at Mar-a-Lago, but also because what comes out during the trial would be damaging to the president. So they're going to want that to go away. They want all of this to go away.
Sure.
And sadly, they will largely have the power to do that. Now, in theory, when that case goes away, if that's what they do, then there's nothing to, no argument to be made that the report should not be, that second volume on Mar-a-Lago should not be made public. There's no longer any argument. Do they need an argument? Does Trump need any argument? No.
Yeah. You're on Judiciary. There are going to be some hearings coming up. And I wonder which ones you find the most alarming, whether they're in your committee or not, the confirmation hearings. Is there one that particularly concerns you?
Well, I think the one that is so clearly, patently unqualified is Kash Patel, the nominee for FBI director. This is someone who is essentially a internet troll who rose to the level of his willingness to debase himself for the president. He has no business running the premier law enforcement agency in the country. He has said he wants to close down FBI headquarters and open up a museum to the deep state. This is not someone you want leading a department that has to try to protect us from another attack like the one we saw in New Orleans, or investigate what happened in Las Vegas, or attack the fentanyl problem. No, this is a political hack. And so that one should be easy. Now, whether it's easy or not will depend a lot on my Republican colleagues. There are concerns about a lot of the other nominees. I have profound concerns about Tulsi Gabbard. This is someone with no experience in the intelligence world, someone who has shown horrible judgment when it comes to dictators like Bashar al-Assad, who has echoed Kremlin talking points. Is this someone you want whispering into the president's ear during national security crises? I don't think so. I will retain an open mind until the final judgment and the background investigation are done. But those are two heavy obstacles for her to overcome, in my view.